Alright, take number 13. So, to all of my friends, family, and everyone else, first of all, let me say I love you. And I really have been struggling with how to share my story with the world of who I am today and, kind of what brought me here. But I'm going to just go ahead and kind of start babbling on. And I apologize if this gets a little lengthy. But what I want to tell you is that, first and foremost, I love you. And I can say that I love you because I first love myself. And there's been many times in my life where, I've been through trials and tribulations and hard times. And one of the most major incidents that happened exactly 1 year ago today. And I've really struggled with whether or not I should share this information of what I've been through and the experience that I had with anyone other than the people that are close to me. And after many, many months of battling with, the truth of my story, I've come to the conclusion that my love for the world and for the people around me and the care that I have and where I want to go in life truly is built deep inside my heart. And I had the unfortunate incident where I became what is considered to be a victim of a domestic violence situation. But I want you all to know, first and foremost, I don't consider myself a victim. I consider myself an individual who had to go through something to make themselves stronger. And I'm so very thankful for the fact that I was able to be surrounded by friends and family, and thankful that I was blessed with the strength to make it through the situation. And I'm going to try to get there pretty quickly, but I want you to understand that I'm not sharing this information, and I'm not telling you what I went through and the heartbreak that I went through so that you can feel sorry for me or feel any sort of pity, because I don't feel that for myself. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't feel bad for what I've been through. I feel empowered and I feel stronger than I've ever been because of what I've been through. So going off of that, 1 year ago today, to this exact date, I found myself in a relationship that had failed a few times in the time that I was in it. And I will not mention any names or who partook in this, but I do want to say that this relationship is something that I held on to so dearly, to the point where I became blinded by some of the things that were happening within the relationship. There were many instances where I could have seen signs and could have seen, things that could have stopped me from continuing into this negative, spiraling downward situation. But I chose to fight through those because I believed that I could be strong enough to fight through that to help this other person as well. And with that, it just continued to get worse. So 1 year ago today, I was spending what seemed to be like a decent Valentine's Day with my fiance, and had some hiccups with that day, and continued to go through it, and happened to spend that evening with this person. And after too many cocktails and too many vices that can kind of impair somebody's capability of controlling themselves, I ended up waking up after going to bed at about 1 a.m. in the morning to somebody that I cared and loved about holding a pillow over my head in the attempt to try to suffocate me. And from that, it just escalated because I tried to get away, in the sense that I personally knew, having given previous experience with this person, that there should be nothing that I can do. I need to just get away from the situation. I needed to not fight back. I needed to not put myself into any sort of altercation, and all I needed to do was get away. But I remember just waking up and having this pillow over your head and thinking, oh, what's happening? And then you realize that somebody's holding a pillow over your head. And when that didn't work, he continued to wrap his hands around me. I'll edit some photos in here so you guys can see the damage that caused around my neck, and tried to suffocate me. And continuing from there, as I continued to try to roll out from underneath of him, he continued to hold me down, where he hit me over the head several times, to the point where he ruptured the membrane around my eardrum, causing hearing loss for a couple of weeks, and continued to actually use teeth and bite me to try to get control of the situation, even though he was on top. And from that point, I remember being able to get the strength to get off, like underneath of him, and just run out the door in nothing but my pajamas. And at this point, I'm bleeding from my nose, from my hand. He had literally bitten my nose, and I'm gushing blood through our apartment building to get to safety. So I found a friend, and we got things cleaned up, and the police did their due diligence. And that took many months, but through that process, not being able to speak to this person again, not being able to end things, and being in love with someone really made it difficult for me to instantly heal from the situation, because you love somebody so much, but yet they just try to take your life from you. So you fight through, and you're like, you need to get your life on track. And I guarantee I could not have done it without the support of my family. And so I want to thank them as well for that. But what the purpose of this video is to share my story, so you can see what I've been through and understand that all of that, and that the hell that I've been through the past year of my life has done nothing but make me want to help the next person who could be going through the same thing. What that means to me is that if you or someone you know is going through something even remotely similar or worse, you need to be able to talk to somebody, and you need to get out before your life is threatened. And if it has been threatened, get help. I'm not here to offer advice on how to necessarily do any of that, but I'm here to tell you that I'm also a person who's been through something similar to that. And now, that's not the first time that I've witnessed this or been around that. Growing up in high school, I helped found an organization called Teens Against Dating Abuse. I knew what some of the signs were to recognize. I knew what I was supposed to do in situations like that when I found myself in a pickle, when I found myself being trapped. But when you're in love with somebody, love can blind all of that. And love can tell you and block out the facts of the situation. So I want you, if you at one moment feel like you are being threatened in a relationship, if you at one moment are being bullied by somebody, if you are at one moment feeling insecure or untrusted, or if you at one moment ever feel like you cannot trust someone around you, you need to get out. And you need to get out quickly. And if I can offer a lending ear or some form of communication, or somebody just to talk to, I guarantee it will remain confidential, but it'll remain as a way to let you believe in yourself. Because really the strongest thing that I've been able to do for myself is to continue tell myself and continually believe in myself that I am a great person, and that I can make all of that go away, not because I'm going to forget about it, but because I'm not going to let it happen again. Because I'm not going to be that person that has their life threatened because they loved someone. And with all that, with all the things that I've been through, I do want the best for myself and for all of you. And I urge all of you, every single one of you watching this video, that if you or someone you know is going through any sort of hardship in your life, you need to get out. Whatever that takes, whatever strength that may take, and if you're feeling weak, call on somebody. Call a friend. Message me. I'll be here because I understand. And I want you to feel like you have the strength. And I want you to understand that you've got the power. Nobody else can strip that from you. Because everything that we do in life, and everywhere that I go, and everywhere that you go, is all because we decided to take a step. And we decided to move forward. I had to be forced into getting out of this situation with my life threatened. I do not want that for you. And I do not want you to go through what I've been through. So if you, again, ever have any doubts, step back, look at the facts, believe in yourself, believe in your love for yourself enough to see what's right in front of you. Just simply love who you are. Always. Always love you. And that's all. Feel free to hit me up. And again, no sympathy towards my situation. Because we all have our hardships, and we all go through situations that only can make us stronger. Thank you. I love you all.
Ricochet.